You were diagnosed with ADD, right?
Yes, sir.
And like a lot of people say they're ADD and all this, but literally, if you would look at a page in a book or something like that, your attention span would just what? Just snap. That was that. I can't. You were dyslexic.
Yeah. Dyslexia was probably a little bit of it. When I spell, like I jump letters,
right?
And so I don't know how. Everybody's got it a little differently, I guess.
Here's the amazing thing in your career. So you moved to Miami, and because you're just sort of out there, a talent scout, a model talent scout says, "Hey, man, I'm going to sign you." And do you think, like, what do you mean? Like, does that come out of the blue? And he puts you what in commercials?
Yeah, I was walking around in Miami, and this dude comes up to me in Urban Outfitters, and he's like, "Do you have representation?" And I what for what? And I went down there to kind of try to see what was going on with modeling, but the woman that I actually went down there first kind of just went like MIA. She just disappeared.
You've probably said to yourself in Miami at that point, this is not a legitimate business proposal, right?
Yeah, it was kind of shoddy since the very beginning of it.
Right.
But it did make me go, okay, well maybe I should go into some of these other agencies. And I did, and it worked out.
And so all of a sudden, the career was really the career path was chosen for you. You weren't thinking I'll be an actor, but you cast as a dancer in a video for Ricky Martin, right?
Yeah, I actually did that before I started modeling.
That was the She Bangs.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you do ads, right? Gap, Nautica, and stuff. And then you start doing commercials, and then that requires you got to start memorizing lines, reading scripts and things. Were you in a panic because of your learning disability? Were you like, oh shit, this is where it all ends? They want me, but how am I going to learn the lines?
Yeah, and the audition process is really hard in that regard, because you get a bunch of auditions a day and a bunch of pages, and so if I wasn't off book completely, I couldn't look down and like read the lines. I just physically couldn't do it, and so it was a big learning curve, I guess I would say. But at one point I did get a movie, and Sam Jackson, I asked him, I was like, how do you do it, because I've read somewhere that he had a speech impediment, and he's like, I learned the conversation. I know what the conversation is about, and it helps him. So I stopped learning lines and more about what the actual conversation is about.
Yeah, you've even said in interviews that it'll take you 5 times as long to read a script than most actors, but you know the script really well once you read it, because you're reading it slowly and thoughtfully. And when you hosted Saturday Night Live, you said that was the most harrowing experience because you have to read off a cue card.
Yeah.
You can't sort of memorize it.
I'll almost throw up right now thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah?
It was just...
Would you ever do it again?
I am going to do it again. It's always been, something that I go, okay, that was super hard for me, and I have to do it again. I want to do it better. But
when they asked you the first time, did you sit down with Lorne Michaels? Because I know he'll bring you in and stuff, and you'll talk. Did you say to him, listen, I got to be upfront with you. Reading off a teleprompter is probably, or a cue card, is maybe the worst fear in my life, and I'm not sure how I'm going to overcome that, or do you just keep quiet and barrel through it?
I think I might have brought it up, but Lorne's such a kill, is such an assassin. He takes any of your insecurities and sort of does this weird like Jedi mind tricks and acts like it nothing, like you're gonna be fine, kid, and then you start believing that you're gonna be fine. And he's just a pro. He's just such a pro that he makes everybody walk in, because he has assassins that he's like, don't worry about it, they're gonna take care of you, and they did.
Do you have people in your life like an agent and stuff who say to you, listen, we don't want to put you in a bad situation. We don't need, this is live television. Let's not do this. Right? Did people say that?
Yeah. They were like, are you sure you want to do this?
Right, because what do you need that for? You're on a roll. The fucking movies you're making are making hundreds of millions of dollars. Everybody wants you to be in their films. Why humble yourself, or why risk humiliation,
I don't know. I just go, if you're ever going to do it, I don't know. I'm going to jump off the cliff and figure out how the parachute works later.